Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 25 and the finale for our Zhatan Realm of Souls campaign. In today's episode, we're going to have a bit of a different episode here where, since I have been mostly chasing the AI around, what I generally do for each episode is kind of try to either for one turn later set things up for a nice battle, or kind of get things set along for just the episode itself. Usually it is a battle that I like to go for, but as we continued through here, the AI tended to just run away and only provide us very small armies and pretty weak auto-resolves. As you can see, we have claimed now most of the known world. All the way from the Troll Country down to Wissenland, all the way over to the Worm Pass. We have conquered all the way up to the start to Cathay. We have peaced out with them just recently because they asked for a peace for a good deal of gold, so I thought, hey, gold sounds nice. We got several armies dealing death to them, and we have so many. Where is it up? Extra war machines we can go ahead and recruit on in, so I'm about to just unload with magma cannons and the regular old dreadquakes, the ones that are not attached to the iron demons, because they only cost one, and we will just bathe the world in flame and fire. We are going for this episode just to kind of cut between the last few battles here, as I said, even fighting against Nurgle up here in the north. They had several pretty decent armies, but the stack was full of Nurglings. So we have crunched them. See, here's one now. Ugath is rolling with pretty much just Nurglings and the Barons of the Bog. A very easy auto-resolve from most of our forces here. Zodrak is holding the lane down. He's got some Flamers of Siege to kind of bathe the Nurglings in flame, which is going to be awesome. We had some other armies that were pretty interesting, although they have not gotten themselves any good battles. I recruited them up some pretty interesting forces here with the Lord of Change as well as the two Fleshhounds and the Exalted Flamer, kind of all in one group there. But we've had no good battles, nothing really bigger than this. Maybe two more Ogre Bulls. So a bit of a lackluster end for as far as the campaign itself goes, but we have three more really awesome battles, in fact four actually, because we will, no matter how weak the Siege of Karak Doom is, we'll go ahead and have Astrogoth deal with that. And then we'll have the final quest battle with Zhatan. So, quest battle going on up here with the Major Ancestor Relic of Grimnir. And then we'll do a cut till we have Gorth is going to come on up and try to deal with... Where is the quest battle? The Valaya salve here, which we know how this battle is going to go since we have done it already on Drazulith. Quite a fun battle. The other one we have not gotten to do is the Grimnir. So let's get Zhatan. I've lost myself. We are all over the map at this point. As I previously said, we've conquered absolutely everything, and our alliances are aplenty. There are only a few factions we aren't either allies or at war with, so we are crunching the known world out of existence. And let's go ahead and get onto these last battles here. Zhatan, take it away. We move on. Grimnir's Relic. Being defended by Lord Festalung the Regurgitator. Gross, pudgy individual. We've been fighting against Nurgle a bit here. Nurglings, some Plague Bearers, and two Great Unclean Ones to follow himself. Likely some extra defenses as well, or some extra reinforcements. We'll have to take a look at the map. See where they are likely to show up from. I mean, this isn't suspicious at all. Neither of these two locations here. We'll definitely want to make a push up this side only to start. Nurgle forces, no matter how many they bring, unless they are hounds, they'll be very, very slow. Let's get to the battle. Alright then. Yeah, there'll definitely be some reinforcements coming in from these two side tunnels here. This looks utterly horrifying. Look at all the tendrils and the pillars there. It'd be kind of cool if these things acted as hazards too, kind of smacking units aside. As we have been streaming Troy, there's lots of extra terrain effects that I'd like to see kind of brought over into Total War here. Even just like shorter grass or like tall grass that slows down bigger units, or things like that. They've even got mud and such like that that kind of slows down chariots or other cavalry units. Wouldn't really slow down extra large beasties, but that could be part of it. Okay, so let's bring the boys over. We definitely know there's going to be reinforcements coming in from here. We'll get the... If there's not, we have just deployed... Come from over this path too, huh? Any of the ruined... This is just a cool looking map. Probably can't come from here, but this path being ruined still has some passable terrain, so I wouldn't put it past them that they'll have reinforcements from that side. So let's have the Bull Centaurs over here defending the side. Magma Cannons, which is with their slightly reduced range now. Played about it several times, but they feel a bit more in line with how they should. They do about as much damage as an organ gun. A little bit less, I think, overall, but having about the same amount of range is probably healthy. I'm surprised we still have the Akazas, I can't lie. We'll throw the Destroyer up front. Actually, I'd like the Destroyer on this side. We'll have the Taruk up front here. He's a bit of a smaller target. Our own boys shouldn't do as much friendly fire damage. Demon Engine on Izzy's angle here. Both of our archers kind of behind the main line there. Get a very staunch front line. Keep you guys in the back. And then we'll have, where are my fire glaives at? I put them in the back line. That would be an incorrect placement. We'll throw them up front. We'll have these guys just hanging out behind. If we need to rotate the lads around further, we can definitely do so. I think we will. And move them around like this. Bring our gun line a little bit closer together. I'd like these guys in more of rectangular block formations there, so where they're not taking forever to turn when someone gets close. Lovely, lovely. Now they'll just be more obvious when they're out of formation. Okay, perfect. Infernal Guard with axes. We'll throw them in behind. You form the battle line there. Excellent. I think we're ready to go. Death Freaker. Okay, so let's get everyone into position. We'll add you in with the main group. All the artillery as one on guard mode, except for Thomas the Pain Train. We want him in the thick of things. We want to make sure we keep track of all of our abilities. We do also have the Rune of Thungni, even though I actually kind of forgot to keep that one in. We claimed one of the relics earlier. It was a very, very simple battle. We just auto-resolved with, there was not even a full stack defensively, so it wasn't worth keeping in. That's kind of why I forgot about it until recently. We'll let them take a couple shots, and then we will go ahead and change the tune of that one. Back artillery teams, you don't need to actually move up. You just kind of halt. Stay there. Everyone else, also, let's go ahead and just kind of pull back. There's no real reason to get too ahead of ourselves, especially since we don't know where these reinforcements are coming from on this other side here. So let's have Zhatan kind of go forward. Yeah, something else stirs deep in the sewers. Likely some horrors from the deep. Blowing up these Nurglings here. There's actually a ton of units over here for you guys to destroy. Go for the Exalted Plague Bearers next, please. A lot of them over here. Let's go ahead and drop down some more love there. Rotate all of these troops. Plague toads are spawning from the pools of the deep. So they are. Alright, you guys rotate. Oh, there's so many toads. That's awesome. Okay, the Bull Centaur Taruk, we need you to come around and help out. Look at how many of them. Alright, it's time for the Armor of Contempt. Zhatan, you guys, well, actually, that poor unclean one there got absolutely obliterated by the arrows. The shotgun fire just tore him to shreds. Activate your old Relic of Thungni over here on the Bull Centaur Taruk. He has to move back to do so. Do it on yourself then. Warp Flame damage. As soon as it activates, go ahead and do the others there. Flame and Shadow. Oh, where's my Taruk? We need his extra abilities there. Show him your Gur face, boys. Then drop in the Kadai. Extra Kadai as well. Stop those toads from going around. Flank in. Cancel that. You guys go ahead and help out dealing with these toadies here. Got guns. There's an unclean one about to close that gap. That'd be really, really bad for everyone involved if they did that. Scoot it forward a little bit here with these dudes. Oh no. The flamethrower finally actually getting to see it work out there. He gets one charge, and that's probably all this really great clean one gets. We'll smash that mace around a little bit. Another douse of flame should see the fool off. Oh, and here comes some flies. Hey, we were right from both tunnels there. We're going to be able to read these pretty well. Wow, that is a ton of enemies. Go ahead and stop that cold here with Zhatan. More toads as well. I love it. The Dreadquake shots. Pull you one away for a moment, let the rifles kind of sing. We have dealt with the toadies. In total, we'll bring the Taruk on around. Guns start firing on these flies here. Get moving up. Try to save our destroyer. They're gonna start throwing their armor-piercing shots back at us, which is no good. I need to rotate back just a bit there. The Hobgoblin Archers, now they'll be just fine. Go ahead and blast into these Exalted Plague Bearers. You guys just put up well. Take the train over this way, take you off fire at will, and have you just gonna stand over here for a second, because there's too many friendlies in range now to really warrant using. Weaken one of these flies. It's trying to do any amount of damage to you. Looks like they're breaking. The demons have had enough. Wonderful. We did a good deal of friendly fire damage to our destroyer, so we'll pull him away. We'll replenish up all that damage, no problem. Good business. That should see them off fully. Nurgle just struggles too hard against... I imagine being Nurgle trying to fight against the Chaos Dwarfs. I don't want to. No thanks. Give me this relic. Alright. Resounding victory over the Nurglish forces. That was quite a fun battle. Enjoyed that one greatly. We lost 9 in the fighting, most of the damage going to our Kadai Destroyer, and actually most of that being friendly fire damage. 69 for our nuke train there. Nice. Yeah, let's transport them on back. We can never have too many captives. Golden bands of Grimnir are ours, snatched from under the pathetic Dawi's noses. This ancient relic of their warrior god belongs now to the Dawi Zharr. With it, we can power the great drill for the search of the blood of HASHUT, or you can keep the bands for your own use after showing off your achievement for all of Zharr-Naggrund, of course. We shall indeed claim it for ourselves, defeating the demons of the sunken sewers, meaning we don't have to deal with them in the final battle.
The cunning and cruelty of demon smiths is equally matched by a voracious greed for knowledge. Further experiments reveal the blood of captive dwarves thickening, a physical toll of their master's dark sorcery. This petrification by proxy is seized on by the Coven as a chance to escape the awful curse that hangs over all their tribe.
I see, so we can kind of pass the curse off onto the normal Dawi. How horrifying. And one they would do immediately. So we've now gained the Golden Bands of Grimnir, which is perfect. Oh yes, the Dawi's pathetic warrior god was nowhere to be seen when your forces crushed theirs, although they weren't here. That was just the Nurgle. Nor did Grimnir strike the Dawi Zharr down, as he claimed his relic for Zharr-Naggrund. This puny ancestor is clearly worth nothing. As proof, let his tarnished golden bands be paraded through the acrid smoke of your homeland, a trophy to the slaughter of your long-abandoned kin. Sweet business. With Zhatan, I'm going to start rampaging around up in the north here against Thorbrand's forces, causing me all sorts of issues, and I can't have it. So we shall sack this settlement. I'm going to continue my conquest on over to the next bit of goodies here. I'm going to drop this in as a factory. And actually, before we head to the next one, because this will be several cuts till we get to the battles, I will do a quick show off of the research we have currently. We have pretty much finished the industry tree, so we've got the unilateral agreements, which every single time we complete a convoy route will increase our trade tariffs by 5%. So, I've got a bunch of very short tier, except for this one down here. A bunch of very short tier convoys going out to try to increase our overall tariffs. And as you can see, we're up to making 7,800 gold from trade, which is... I think the feek broke my voice. Right. We have been up far too late, too long, too many times in a row. We'll also go real quick, go through our provinces. So we've got the Black Blood Pass. Speed up the construction of the tower there. But forest settlements are looking quite good. I need to just move through and I'll show you off without talking too much here. Let them kind of speak for themselves. We have not really lost any ground whatsoever. It has just been a steady march. A steady march. We did have some issues with the rogue armies for a moment as they kind of raised cities that we weren't a part of. They were doing their best to kind of run away from any of our main armies. Similarly to how Rome dealt with Hannibal. Just move away from where the scary forces are and you'll eventually win. Drop in more Dreadquakes at Wertland here, Stirland. Sylvania is pretty much fully maxed out, making a good deal of gold for us here. Alabama as well. Obviously back home is pretty much fully maxed out. The Cursed City doing its thing. Haunted Forest has a temple. We could probably switch that out for something else, but for now I'm happy to keep the temple in. Or we're going to grab a bit of walls, keep things nice and sealed off. Yep, and then for kind of lastly, we are conquering into the homelands of the ogres quite aggressively. We will be back at war with the Dragonkin before too long here, but next we shall be moving on the Ancestor Relic of Valaya. I shall see you all then. Alright, and several turns later, we are here with Gorth the Cruel for a showdown against Chungus Beer Strangler. I actually went ahead and named him Chungus. Alright, let's go ahead and pass off this flaming banner to some of the Bull Centaur renders here with the great weapons. They'll be an excellent addition to our retinue here, especially for bringing down those Mornfang cavalry. And the absolute flood of monsters that come out of the cave over here. There's a gigantic cave, the most unsuspicious looking cave around, and a flood of the saber tusks, as well as gorgers come on out of there. Let's get to the battle. Alright, Chungus, what say you? They have all deployed on the side, very similarly to our battle against them on Drowsiness campaign. Alright, let's grab our Iron Demon Dreadquake Mortar combo. They don't have the ability to deploy all the way up in using Vanguard deployment like they do with our other campaign. We can scoot them up pretty quickly and start them firing in on the enemy lead belchers. Blast away, do some really solid damage. And then we deploy the rest of the troops on the other side of this here gulch here. Since this gigantic cave here is where all of these saber tusks come on out of. There is an absolute horde of them. So we'll want to be ready for that. Hurry on the hill. Let's get our entire line of fire glaives there set up and ready to go. The enemy will be marching into just a line of death. Bull Centaurs defending the back line there. Any kind of nonsense, they will know about it and they will deal with it too. Right, Fireborn as well. We'll have both of the lovely Bale Taurus. The Bale Taurai. Our two Infernal Ironsworn holding up the back there, waiting for any kind of nonsense to go down. We might pull these guys over a bit here. Allow one of these Ironsworn to actually be a wall in case of emergency. Lovely, lovely. Alright, let's grab the Droth Zharr. All of the monstrous. And then the single entities. Gorth will bring you ahead and bring you over. We have given him the Slayer for Chaos buff, as well as, well, I thought I'd given him because to do so. I was going to give him as many of the Ancestor Relics as I could there, just for extra goodies, but that will make do. Let's keep you by the trains to keep them safe from any kind of nonsense with the ogres. And let's get this battle started. Only changed to Gorth's army as I kicked out some of the other infantry and brought in the Iron and Demon Dreadquake mortar combo just for this battle in case they managed to, we got to cheese them in this corner again. Really bad deployment, boys, as you'll soon see. We'll scoot these guys forward and have you start ripping shots into the line. All we need is 2 of them. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and just gonna drag them across a little bit. These 2 Dreadquake shots should be horrifying. Well, that's where they put down the Iron Blaster. Interesting. Ouch. Very chunky, sizable damage coming off there. Yeah, the Iron Blasters are going to be just as terrifying now as they were in the previous. Make sure those are not... Ooh! On accident, they hit my Iron Sword and did solid damage. Well, the Dreadquake's actually doing way more to the Iron Blaster with a single solid hit than I expected. Back over here. Although we did not get the huge explosion on the lads that I would have liked to. They're going to continue to send rounds downrange at the Dreadquake, looks like, or the Iron Blaster there. Okay, they want to fire on you. Go ahead and keep pulling back as soon as we are able here. Let's go ahead and just land the boys. Make sure they're all in melee. Go ahead and jump on in. Burning Head can get rid of some of these Noblars here and just do some kind of minor damage. Keep firing as you charge away, although we didn't get a lot of good hits on usable targets. That's okay. We'll make do. Yeah, as they charge on in, they're just going to get shot down with a absolute array of line rifle shots. Look at that health bar drop. You boys come on over and deal with the enemy ogres that are coming on forward. They are going to make a bit of ground as they move their way in. Rotate these guns here so they can actually fire. Get off that Iron Blast. Let's go after the other one now. Perfect. So it says they said the Maw grumbled at our presence, but it doesn't look like they actually are. I will drop down the Kadai here, and let them work with the Torok to destroy that group. Easy. You've awoken something. We've woken the hive. Now, here comes an Icy Stonehorn, which is an ROR unit, and it's not going to help them one bit. Save the doom of a shoot. I'm just going to go over and help out the Mornfang Cavalry. Or not, help out with the Mornfang Cavalry, rather. Have you two come on around. Grab our whole group of rifles. Bring you, so you can actually help out with these Iron Guts here, and then you 3 kind of scoot up to deal with what's coming on in. Don't move that fast. Let's go ahead and hold it here. Start blasting the Snowhorn. Pull you guys away. The absolute horde of saber tusks coming on across. Our Bull Centaurs should easily beat them in a fight. Go ahead and bring you guys around to kind of deal with the individual Iron Blasters. Sounds good. We can go ahead and throw some extra Burning Head down the line there. Make sure you do defend yourself from the saber tusks coming on in. Be scared off the Stonehorn pretty quickly there. Combined fire is a deadly, deadly strategy. Looks like our Kadai are struggling a little bit here. Bring these guys back around, have them help out. Struck down the big booms in the middle of these guys. You hear that Stonehorn got torn to shreds pretty quickly. Go ahead and grab the Cloak of Fire on it. The Bale Taurus is losing his battle here. We can go ahead and grab the Slayer for Chaos, since there's nothing really else to do with the Slayer for Chaos. Give him that extra melee attack. Rip through those poor fools there. One in on the Lead Belchers, please. Don't let them escape. Hell Cannon keep ripping shots at this Saber-Tusk pack. I think we have them beaten. It's just this Lord must be unbreakable here. Alright, Kadai, time to chop a Chungus. But his poor Firebelly, who does have some fire resistance, mind you. But the Kadai they do not care. Finishing off this Lord. Post haste. Well, excellent. We don't really actually need to hunt down the rest of these guys. Let's go ahead and cast the Cascading Fire Cloak on one of these Kadai. Make him extra cloaky. Extra fiery. Now finish off Chungus here. Before we get everyone around, there he goes, and the relic belongs to me now. Sold. Alright. Only 23 lost in the battle. A lot of the damage just going to the Iron Demon. These lead blasters can get carried away pretty quickly if you leave them to it. We will go ahead and take the captives. To the victors, the spoils. The healing salve of Valaya is now under our control. Powerful artifact the Dabi will despair to see in our possession. If we wanted to twist the knife a little further, we could parade the relic through Zharr-Naggrund, a shining symbol of our superiority. However, if corrupted by our demon smiths and used to power the Great Drill, the blood of HASHUT would be ever nearer our grasp. We will go ahead and claim this for ourselves, grabbing the defeated champions of the Mosh. This will not be showing up in the final battle. And then now we have the healing salve of Valaya giving us replenishment for foreign territory for the Lord's army, extra control, the darkened mist ability, which is pretty solid, and more physical resistance for all units in the army.
The demon smiths refine their dark recipe to an astounding conclusion. A sorcerer may practice his infernal power without suffering the effects of petrification, transposing the affliction to enemies through a demonic blood pact. At last, the long-feared curse has been circumvented. Freed from their shackles, the Chaos Dwarf sorcerers can indulge without penalty.
Well, as long as they have enemies, that is. Unlimited power. So does that give us anything extra besides? That sounds pretty amazing. Curse circumvented. Does this give us anything? I mean, besides just an insane amount of income that we already have. Alright, we have claimed back the healing salve of Valaya. Gorth, you're about to have all of your good items stripped from you, though. We'll give him the Hellforged Ordnance, ×2 there. Off his artillery teams. He should have no trouble in auto-resolve. And then his Bull Centaur, we shall go for the final point into a Stalwart Defender. Excellent. Let's come on over to Zhatan's army here. He is currently recruiting up one more Dreadquake Mortar, so we're going to go ahead and let that finish before we teleport on over to wherever the final battle is going to be. But let's grab Lord Shax here. He's got currently a Malignant Totem that gives him a Breath of Hatred. What if instead you were gifted the healing salve of Valaya? Now we have the extra ward save from Thungni and the extra physical resistance from the healing salve. Anything else we can layer on here to just keep the wind train rolling? We will give you the ever-changing blade here. Actually, you've got the brazier. That's even better. Or actually, yes, we keep him with what he's got. Hidden decision. For your armor, though, getting some more of the black shard would be great. We've got some free, thankfully. Be business. He's ready to go. Alright, and now for Nabinid here. Nabinid will give you one of these special items. Golden Bands of Grimnir would make you nigh unslayable. We kind of need to keep that with who currently has it, just so we don't have any issues there. Thorns, actually, I think we're pretty well set up. All 3 out of the 4 are over here. We've got the Relic, the Runic Tablet, the Healing Salve, and the Brazier of Gazul all on the same army. We're good to go. Armor of Bajrak the Cruel we will give to you, though. Demon Flask. Yeah, we'll grab you the gauntlets, too. Double down on those, which gives him not only more health, but more unit mass, so he can kind of sit there and tank a lot better. Go for the Talisman of Obsidian. Now I would rather give him some more ward save. So Preservation it is. Perfect, and now we'd like something a bit better there for his weapons. So the Sword of Bloodshed or Giant Blade both sound great. Giant Blade's on Big Mac. Let's go ahead and take the one off of Bo-Ka'tak. Looks good. We are ready for the final battle here. And the fight against Garg Doom was going to always be a very anticlimactic one. They had nothing holding the walls here. They gave us a plague, which is a bit annoying, but we're going to go ahead and smush Garg Doom and finish off the final Ancestor Relic. We'll sack Garg Doom for good measure. Turn around with our Mobility Walker and claim the settlement as an factory. Okay, so now we just have to win the final battle. Great Drill of HASHUT is primed for operation. Powered by the desecrated artifacts of the traitorous ancestor gods, it will descend into the depths and bore through the mantles of rock into HASHUT's domain. The lakes of the bull god's blood will be yours. However, the bitter kin of the West have followed your glorious trail of destruction, and now come to upend your grand plan. The Grudge Keeper and his weakling subjects must not only be kept away from the drill, but slaughtered for their audacity. After we win, we gain the Blood of HASHUT, which gives us even more sale value for all of our cargo. Our Demon Smiths will be able to use the Blood of HASHUT to destroy settlements, which sounds incredible, and we'll gain more armaments and raw materials, as well as 1,000 labor and some conclave influence. Enemy forces being a ton of miners and some helicopters. Just so the units we see in the trailer, bring it. I cannot wait.
With the fourth relic, Demon Bound, the Great Drill has the power to breach HASHUT's domain. The mighty construct begins to thrum and quiver, shaking the ground as it prepares to launch its fearsome assault. Yet beyond the Ash Ridge Mountains, the ground shakes in ominous echo. For a vast alliance marches under the banner of High King Zharr-Naggrund Grudgebearer. The grudge of all grudges shall be settled.
Or you shall die trying. Alright, we continue up. Binding Smednir. Demon, hammer, and drill are bound as one by the expert hands of the Hellworkers. Whatever power this relic of the false god Smednir once possessed, has no doubt been multiplied by the endless energies of chaos. Once the drilling commences, reality itself will be warped by its power, and the core of the earth shall finally open to us. Let's hope so. Astragoth has his victory. Grab the Dark Sacrifice there. Really no need to grab any of the rest of that. We have more or less claimed victory. Afterwards, we might as well just go total war and declare on all of our allies. Finishing off the rest of the world pretty quickly. We have 20,000 positive income here. I just haven't been recruiting any more soldiers. We've been focusing fully on finishing off the campaign. Let's give you, though, a couple more Fertile Guard. The ones with the shields, though. We'll grab some Lamasu. And then a Blunderbuss unit. Just gotta fill them in with some interesting tactics. Some death shrieks, and that'll be good. We'll grab some laborers to kind of just be a bit of a chaff, and then we'll be that army will be good to go. Ready to get out and start auto-resolving. Alright, so I will see you all for the final battle against the Dawi.
The ultimate blessings of HASHUT are nigh. Bound to the Great Drill, the ancestor relics cede their power to the diabolical machine. A terrifying feat of forgecraft to bore into the Chaos realm. The blood of the bull god, now at the fingertips of the worthiest Dawi Zharr. Yet there are those who seek to interfere with HASHUT's plan. The Dawi seek vengeance for the pilfering of their relics. By braving this place, they surely bring doom upon themselves.
Suazox! Istakorat bolgnas in eras dem!
We indeed shall, and luckily we get to wait. As they charge on in, we get to wait for them to come on over, so they're going to be attacking from all sides. Interesting. Okay, well, can we summon in some allies to start here, or does that when the battle kicks on in? Alright, this will be, so the final point we have to claim and hold is the Great Drill itself. Look at that. I mean, I figured the drill was large, but that is a monstrous, bit of machinery there. See the the blood it's drilling down into? No, just kind of the water. Fair enough. Quite the battlefield here. And we need to keep control of these other towers and barricades to keep them rolling. So we shall. So they can even come up from this side, though, which is really unfortunate. We can reinforce on this side to keep things covered. Alright. Let's get the mobile, or we'll have the artillery and mobile forces kind of dealing with the guys way further down. We'll also summon in reinforcements down there. Let's keep the majority of our artillery pieces up here. So we'll have 2 of these guys set up, ready to cause some dismay there. Okay, they're coming in from this side too, huh? We can rotate them, have them kind of deal with these guys up first. Explode them from a distance there. We'll have our other magma cannons set up, doing the same over here. That bit of structure is kind of in our way, but we can kind of set up here, firing up and over just fine. Cover the field very nicely. Try to be able to hit whoever we want from the positions we are setting up in. Have the unmovable Dreadquake sitting here. Dreadquake without the car helping it move on the front. A little bit of weird pop-in going on in his armor there. I don't quite like that, but nothing we can do about it. We'll have the other Dreadquake on this side here. These are the only 2 units we don't want on fire at will. Everyone else we can kind of leave in as such. Set the Shrieker over here. Got kind of have a nice array of nonsense to throw at them. Zhatan is going to be zooming around all over the place. Same thing with our Toruk here. Set you up, sniper. Likely here. Although you're the one that has more armor, right? No. Wrong. Still would probably like them holding on one of the points there, since they actually kind of have the most capture weight. This is going to be such a massive battle. I'm just trying to kind of wrap my head around what we're trying to, how we need to set this up. We don't have that many extra missile troops, so I think a lot of that's going to be coming from our extra summons. Full Centaur Renders helping out the train. Of the Iron Sworn holding perhaps this summon position here and over here. We can have just kind of a one of each. So Iron Sworn and shotguns. Iron Sworn and shotguns. Glaives can take this other side here. We don't have that many Iron Sworns, so we'll have to summon in more. And we'll do Iron Sworn and the Glaives. The last unit we need to deploy are these shotguns here, so we're going to have them set up on this position. We'll summon in some friends. It's fine. Okay, we'll have all of the infantry as a group. Pretty heavy question marks. We'll have the Kadai Destroyer making sure no one comes through the back here. Really, this is pretty undefended, so we'll want to make sure our artillery blows them up first. And also we'll go ahead and throw the... Probably just the tier 2 piercing, because it costs 500 there. Tier 2 piercing on both of these up front positions. And we'll use the rest of our goodies to summon in more friends. Alright, this should get quite dangerous quite quick. I am excited. Let's get to it. Actually, where are all the helicopters at? One brimstone gun. Perfect. That's where we want Zhatan then. On the Brimstone Slayer. That'll begin. Maintain control of the Great Drill. That we will try our best to do. Okay, so reinforcements could be lots of different things, huh? No missile troops just yet. Hold off the Dwarf Vanguard. That we shall. Moving up Zhatan, let's go ahead and deal with these gyrocopters before they get too close. He's all set up nicely. Bring the other shotguns forward. Oh, good. That we need to deal with cavalry, please. Go jump those grudge throwers. Bunch of, it looks like, dwarf warriors with great weapons coming in from over here. Hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line. Gonna move you guys out. Start doing some damage to these miners here. You can kind of pull through. Smash the group behind them. In the meantime, we'll toss in a couple more tier 1 towers. Looks like the gyrocopters are doing all sorts of damage. They're able to get over the top here. That's not great. Luckily, these are single entities, but... Tom, we need you to actually get to work on those guys. F3, keep blowing these lads up. All of the helicopters invading is not great. Not a lot we can do about it, though. Let's go ahead and chuck in some more blunderbusses here. These guys could use some help with sneaky gits. Bring them up. You guys go ahead and start firing on this group. Bring yourself forward. Oh, I thought they could actually handle. Could not. Not great. Now these Granite Guard are getting shot up. Alright, group. You need to get out of here. Try to pull these guys through. Not a lot of music for this battle, which is really kind of throwing things off for me. I don't really want to use any slow-mo at all, but we might have to. There's swarms coming in from all over the place. Zhatan, go ahead and deal with this first lord here. They're launching rocks our way. Let's go ahead and deal with that quickly. Let's go ahead and actually make sure our other Dreadquake is in fire at will mode, because it is just getting shot at by the enemy brimstone guns. Not a lot we can do about it just yet. Go in more towers wherever we can here. We have a lot of resources flowing. You kind of come on over and launch some at these guys. They're being an issue. Just kind of launching stuff at us willy-nilly. For a round, we need to deploy more troops. We are going really kind of poorly here. Granite Guard is still getting torn apart. Stop that, please. We're grabbing some of these higher tier towers if we can. We're up. We just got absolutely obliterated, which is excellent. They've got some more rock throwers in the back line, which I hate to see. Alright, Zhatan, where are you at? Dealing with the enemy lord. Armor of Gazrak. We'll go ahead and drop down the Rune of Thungni on yourself as well. Oh, he's fully shattered. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring you. Iron Drake has got in on the back line there. Which is the way. Let's grab our new units of hobgoblins here. Bring them on over. Doom train around. Drop in the tier 2 piercing tower. Keep doing your damage. Although the choppers have kind of gone to the back line, so let's just kind of get a line of death for the choppers to have to walk through. Guys, quickly rotate. Go ahead and throw in the tower here as well. Alright, Zhatan. Got a lot of nonsense over by our hero here. We can go ahead and drop down the... Well, the Darkened Mist only works on one unit. He's on the grudge throwers then. which does feel kind of like a waste. Alright, we can't have that at all. They're starting to claim this position here. We need to grab in some more guys. Dobby Warriors symbol. Hobgoblins come on through, help out, because we are getting torn apart over here. These guys didn't actually defend themselves at all, which is interesting. Shoot back, buddies. Try to knock them over. Shots where he can. Helicopters are a big problem. Come on through. Who are you getting attacked by? No one, but we can move forward and break this next group while you deal with the gyrocopters. Go ahead and slow them so they can't escape. Once we deal with the gyrocopter nonsense, we can move through pretty safely. Grab some more shotguns over on this side here. Let them keep blasting away. Excellent. We're gonna chase them off. Who's next? That's just wave 1. Man. Well, the dwarves did come to play. I'm doing everything I can to not throw things into, grab the extra raiders there. Luckily, they're wasting shots and blasting at our towers. Great. I can just rebuild those. Those I can just rebuild. Grab for another tower up front here. Pull the shotguns up so anyone wanting to actually get into range is going to have a real bad day. Left. Launch a Cinder Blast shell at them. Heal up our train here. I did not do a great job of microing him, as I tend to fail to do. Pretty easily. Yeah, that's the first wave broken. Excellent. Yeah, we're not scared of Iron Drakes. Their lord has fled. Can you defend yourselves, boys? You're about to get caught on fire. I don't know what's going on with them. Sweet. Let's go ahead and tell our Dreadquakes to cease fire at will. Because they just completely obliterated my Hobgoblin Cutthroats out here. Just fine, they are expendable, we can get them back, but would rather not have to. Would rather not have to, exactly. Forward. And now I guess we would prepare for the next wave. Bring it.
Without warning, the igneous barrier between worlds is suddenly breached, but the sorcerer prophets struggle to contain the torrent of escaping chaos magic. Other demonic powers are seizing their moment, bringing forth horrors from the other side that thirst for slaughter. The Zharr must ensure that only HASHUT prevails.
Indeed. Now things get real spicy. Saw the demon portal's about to kick in, so let's pull back. These forces here start getting some kind of traps ready for the demon threat. Well, the demon threat, where are they coming from? Zhan, we'll get you guys back over here. Alright, the portal's burst forth. Go ahead and jump on these plague bearers here. That should be an easy mop up for you. These shotguns are out behind the wall. They definitely should not be. Lads set up to tear apart these units here. Flesh hounds are moving forward. We should be able to deal with them pretty quickly. Alright, demons. Zhatan, turn around and help out with that nonsense. The Granite Guard pretty easily holding them off. Move the elites forward there. Alright, the Furies are going to be kind of a big issue. You guys trying to deal with that nonsense there, you're about to get run over, but such is the only way for you guys, sadly. Out beyond the walls there. Here come some hounds. Let's go ahead and deploy some Zharr warriors to defend. Hounds are coming through on the other side as well. Let's quickly get in the Skullcracker and some Zharr warriors, as well as an Iron Demon because we can. Come on, gotta stop those fiends. We'll give you guys the extra bit of armor, help out, and I mean maybe even the Summon of Kadai. This is only the second wave, so we want to be a bit cautious with our expenditure there. At least the tier 2 piercing towers kind of across the back line here. Layer things up. Got several demons in on the back, which is really not good. It just kind of snuck in. Let's start getting up barriers then. Destroyer is completely surrounded by demons. Go ahead and drop down some Dreadquake, pull them away. They're trying to just capture points, which despicable. Anyone inside the territory here can actually defend? I don't think so. You turn and fire at these lads. Don't let them inside the gates. Whatever you do. Heal to Zeus boy here. We need some more reinforcements pretty quickly. Only problem is the only reinforcements we can bring in are artillery teams, which sure, do a bit of artillery dueling. Max tier towers. Okay, they're starting to tear that tower apart. We're losing the train as well. Alright, I didn't expect them to come on to kind of throw this many at the back line here. We are having a bit of a struggle. You hold in, you guys pull through. He gets. You guys are doing this fine. Zhatan, go ahead and crush these flamers and then move through. Where's our Bull Centaur? Struggling a bit. Struggling a lot, actually. Summon the Kadai to try to save yourself. Otherwise, we'll have to bring you in later. We've lost the big Kadai as well. He will come back. Oh, wait, never mind. Thought he was down. Pull yourself away from the fight if you can, bud. Pretty vastly overwhelmed on the back line here. Let's go ahead and summon in the... No, we won't just yet. We'll let the engines do their thing. If they get brought down, so be it. Pull on away. Summon in some more cutthroats there. Try to slow down those Seekers a bit. On back behind the walls here. Bring yourself forward. Turn and fire at the Nurglish flies that are in our way. Not a lot we can do about that. Not a lot we can do about that. You guys charge into the flamers. We're about to lose the extra Peppa. Everyone on this side has been crumped. Let's go ahead and bring Zhatan over. Rifle's working. Defending this much territory all at once is crazy. Bull Centaur will give you some heals while you're over there. Right, I think we're breaking these demons, thankfully. Where's my destroyer at? I think we've lost him. It will come on back. Let's bring the artillery teams around. Iron Demon with the Dreadquake. Go ahead and blast away at these blue horrors here that are in our territory. Oof. Good news is we can continue to kind of summon in our own troops back. Cheat barriers there. Kind of across the board. Bring the sneaky gets back inside the walls. If you can escape, we'll try to let you. I just don't know if they'll be able to. For speed, go. Two of the toads are kind of waddling around in our territory. We can't have that. Zhatan, move on through, deal with this group. Also, our cavalry, they can come on out. These guys are broken. How many of our own lads can we bring back into the fight? Destroyer is healing up quite nicely. As long as we summon him in before the battle ends, we will get them back. Oh, we've lost this zone here. Give a quick 180. Quick 180. I should be able to deal with the Skullcracker. Get the magma cannon away. Come on. Gotta reclaim the lost territory there. We'll bring the Castellan back in. We need him to be up front. Our artillery is great, just not against single entities. In fact, they are terrible against single entities. Heal up. Set up more inside the walls, as we do not know what the third wave may bring. That one was pretty rough. Alright, my destroyer can come on back. Where did he get summoned from? All the way over here. Interesting, so that's where everyone's coming in at. Bring the destroyer over. But our tower's going to deal with some of the rest of these guys as they surround my Doom train. Now that we actually have some barriers, we should be good for the next wave. We're going to keep building up kind of the platform barriers. They don't last very long, but they will be a deterrent. F3 can set up here. Blunderbusses, wait for anyone to kind of come in behind the walls. Warriors, Infernal Ironsworn, and then the Kadai come on over. Hard to figure out which way the artillery needs to be set up. Alright, the last of the demons, go ahead and take a nap. Pass out some heals. Go ahead and warp these guys away from the battle so we can summon them back in later on. You guys set up on this platform here. Gotta take defensive positions. Wait for them to come to us. Alright, the next wave is soon to be upon us. Let's go ahead and grab our Dreadquake mortar back on in. Wave 3.
Chaos magic contained, the blood of HASHUT flows forth. But there is one final challenge to this unlimited power. The Grudge-bearer and his cronies approach.
There they are! The traitors, the grudge-mongers, the vile, wretched Dowie scum that have fled the love of our ancestors. We stop this abomination that burrows into the rock. A machine powered by remnants of our gods. Such desecration needs to be answered in kind. I will tear out every page of the Damask Cron to address this most wanton of grudges. Royal Dwarfs, the clans of Karazhan-Kor unite. Ready your axes! Clean the heads of every Dowie Zharr you come across. Burn their beards. Drag them! Drag them all!
Bring it, buddy. So what, they emerge from within our own territory here? Where are they coming from? That's horrifying. Where do they... Yep, from our own territory. Turn! Turn and defend yourselves, lads. The Zharr approach, or the normal Kadawi approach. Let's drop in the Kadai to kind of slow these guys down. Where is Zhatan? Get over here, buddy. Blunderbuss, blunderbuss. Blunderbuss. And we will defend Zharr-Naggrund with fire. Oh yeah, come on over here and drop in your fire, yeah. That was great. The new Death Streak, pull on forward. Shotguns back. Extra armor for everyone up front here. Scoot these lads up. We seem to be breaking the Grudge-bearer's forces. We'll leave everyone else where they are at, as we know not where the rest of these dreaded lads will be coming from, but we'll bring you guys on over. Shotgun to go ahead and tear apart these gyrocopters. That's definitely the biggest danger for us. Bring the boys in. We are getting torn apart by those cannons. I did see that Belegar is actually here. Belegar and Thorgrim both. That'll be quite the battle. Go ahead and deal with the guys in the back line here. Armor of Gazrak, Rune of Thugni for yourself, and some more Flame and Shadow. They will likely be willing to fight to the bitter end. Ooh, our blunderbusses just got destroyed. Guard, you got this. Red Quake, burn, and eliminate these Thunderers. Looks like we've got a couple gyrocopters kind of moving to intercept. So be it. Heals. Give Zhatan his extra damage. Got destroyed by the Iron Breakers, but such is the way. Can't win them all. Keep them back. Wait, use all of these debuffs here. Summon in more Sneaky Gits. They can add some poison to the fray. Sneaky Gits deal with the Thunderers there. We'll pull you guys back. Shotguns. Keep firing through our allies if we have to. Lucky you guys were able to make it inside our walls. Some might say, too lucky. Alright, there's another Dreadquake. Enjoy Doom. Your job isn't to move forward, it's to stand there and just kind of unleash death. I don't think... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, I don't think we're going to get anyone coming at us from different sides. Yeah, here they come. They're being torn apart by our towers, but in they march. You move out, deal with Bugman's Rangers there. You guys move forward, start building up. That's not what I meant to do. Go ahead, cancel that. While things go down on the other side there. Oh, they're broken. The Dalby are broken on the other end. Red Quake, we keep ripping shots there. I think we've got him. Alright, Zhatan. Give yourself some more melee defense once more here. Charge these guys into battle, break these individual units. You guys come around. Stand there with your shotguns. Keep looking great. Looks like most of the force that Thorgrim brought is going to be unbreakable. Thorgrim has just been shot down by a group of blunderbusses. His throne falls. It's now just the grudge bearer himself. Grab the... Yes, Thon, come over here and you get in a one-on-one with Belegar. Meanwhile, you are dealing with the cannons pretty quickly. You're dealing with the Iron Breakers, and that is that. It's not over yet, though. They're sitting more through the breach. Looks like we are breaking the final wave down pretty aggressively, though. And that final tier nonsense there, kind of blowing up these guys off to the side. On the other end, they are broken. Son, I thought I told you to go get in a duel with Belegar. Goodies, give yourself Thugnies, and then go ahead and give Belegar as many debuffs as we can there. Withering. Zeus Hex as well. And then give yourself more Warp Flame. Why not? Oh, what's going on here? Fade to black? More bad? Or is it just the true king? I'm scared, I can't lie. Oh, is it because we're in slow-mo? I see. I may speed this up in post. We'll see. It's a slow-mo heroic victory. Okay, more cutscenes for us. We crushed them. Alright, a heroic victory. We ended up losing our Fireglaive. They were with us from the very beginning, and they fell here near the end. Such is the way. But man, I can't imagine how much different that would be with all of the extra if you didn't grab all of the major relics. How many more armies would show? So what, in what wave would they have shown up at? Because that is a lot of forces to fight. It'd be interesting to go for a run where you don't do any of the major relics, just to see the massive amount of enemies that get deployed against you. 11,000 there. We are victorious, mostly due to our towers. We'll take the extra labor.
Once more, the dwarves of the West prove how weak they truly are. For even their High King lies dead upon the field. The blood of HASHUT gushes from ancient reservoirs, filling great halls with liquid power. Sorcery, once thought impossible, can now be cast. Spells to shatter mountains. Zhatan has served the will of the great bull god, and brought strength to his master, Gorth the Cruel. With the blood of HASHUT secured, the General foresees a greater harvest of sacrifices, ready to be cast into the fires of Zharr-Naggrund.
And Zhatan kind of has the least ambitious things he wants to do with the victory there. We got Grudge Killer for bringing down Zharr-Naggrund as well, which gives us more research rate and construction cost. Salt on the wound, if you will. And the old Grump Slayer for Thorak. Mind if I do? Sweet. Alright, well the Dawi got crushed and we now have the Blood of HASHUT. We are nigh invincible. Got all the seats of Battle of Zharr, or the Tower of Zharr. And that Blood of HASHUT, great. Well, that is what we will go ahead and consider a campaign victory. Domination victory goes ahead and kicks in once you grab the feet of the northern provinces and the western provinces, and then claim 50 total provinces to yourself. We've got 47 out of the 50, and the defeat of the northern and western provinces would just be a series of auto-resolves, and we would have them crushed. So we have this victory in the bag. Thank you all so much for all the support with this series. Kind of a short and sweet jaunt through the Realm of Souls. I actually like this campaign quite a bit. I would definitely replay it on one of the other lords just to kind of see how things rolled out. But it looks like actually just everything got raised in the meantime. Really? I know that wasn't done before, so can we just blow up cities now? Where's my sorcerers? Said they have the ability to blow up towns. Our Demonsmith sorcerers can now use the Blood of HASHUT to destroy settlements of our enemies. Huh. Well, let's have to see what that is real quick. Okay, so we've got a settlement here that we'll go ahead and just declare war on these guys real quick. Who cares if we lose any reliability? We are unafeared. And now, how do we then use the Blood of HASHUT? He's a sorcerer. Perhaps it's a siege option for only major battles. Well, post in the comments if you know about how the Blood of HASHUT works for the victory. We'll continue to do some testing, and maybe I'll post that in a kind of a pinned comment after we complete this here, but that is the victory. Once again, I've already said thank you, but I can't thank you all enough for all of the support on this episode, or this series here, this whole thing from beginning to end. We have pretty much just sprinted through. We've experienced only very minor bits of enemy interference there. Zhatan has a very, very easy start, I won't lie. I think Astrogoth probably has the most difficult start out of this campaign here. Or not Astrogoth, Drasowith. We'll get them mixed up. Astrogoth is the guy running around on the mobility walker. He has the hardest start since he is up here with all of the other Chaos factions, and if you don't play your cards right, you have the opportunity to go to war with them, and the Kiss of Lights both, which can be kind of a menace just because you have to deal with all of that all at once. But for the last time here on our Zhatan series, I have been a Space Wizard Total War. Remember, leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Subzone, and I will see you all in the next one.